I do not know what is going to be the result of what is coming up. Monday could just be another date set for a month or 2 or 3. I don't know. Trying to build I guess some sort of pre-trial hearing, some evidence. I don't know. It's a long process, and the last time this same district attorney, prosecuting attorney, the same one who refused to do anything when I provided evidence and proof to the sheriff, even filled out police reports about my neighbor threatening to shoot me in the head multiple times, as well as said on video, he looked directly into the camera and agreed, yeah, he would be somebody who would kill his own child if they were gay, with his wife right behind him, nodding, yeah. There is a lot more to this family, and I've shared it in other videos and other places. I don't want to go deep in that area. I'm going to try to make several videos in this future near. But I am not strong. I'm not resilient. I am dedicated, but I'm not strong. I'm not resilient. I've known this. In fact, I've made videos on my YouTube channel, Ollie the Literary Artist. And there's only like a few videos on there. And there's one where I do like a little cool video editing and stuff where I walk around in the wooded area behind, kind of back where my house is. And I talk about in that video how PTSD recovery is like this weird force that kind of happens to people. There's a whole bunch of science, and I share some of that science data and how this all kind of works. You can go see it. But that video hit the like very poignant markers of somebody who recovers from PTSD, but it's like a long journey that few make it through, kind of, I guess you could say. And I definitely felt like a new person, and I wasn't going to be embarrassed about anything. I could go up in front of a stage in front of a bunch of people and just totally bomb singing. I mean, I might try to give it my best, but it wouldn't embarrass me. Like, this thing came over me, and it was very powerful. And there is some almost like when somebody does psychedelic drugs and you go to some little ashram or whatever, and you know, there's a guide, a journey person who guides you through the trance experience or whatever, and it's supposed to, you know, sort of like a medical kind of, you know, fix your problems. It is necessary that you have a guide, similar to this narrow niche of people who recover from PTSD. But one of the pieces of this puzzle is this only happens to people who aren't resilient. And I found a new energy and stuff. That was several years ago. Then I got some new neighbors here who just between throwing the dead fish in my yard, assaulting me as a family, just the numerous sexual things that they have done, which I don't want to discuss it. It just, the whole thing, what they have done has just, it is, I'm going to name drop the Hogevines. The Hogevines know the kind of shit they have done as a family. They can gather around together and have an honest conversation that nobody has to hear. And I want them to know that this person that you know that who I'm talking about is so much worse than you have ever thought of being. I have never met someone so like this. This is a scale of so the only people who are going to understand exactly what I'm saying here are the Hogavians. This guy is so worse than you ever thought of being. So much worse. So much worse. And then the police decide not to do anything. There's evidence all over of the assault, and they literally came out here and did a purpose shit job because they didn't want to do nothing. They didn't even want to take evidence that they would have to explain. And I'm guessing he didn't have a body cam on because he would have walked over all kinds of evidence all over the ground. But I, of course, as I said in the other video, was recording the whole thing when he showed up, for like the whole thing. So I recorded the fact that he didn't even do a true investigation. And then to come to find out there was 3 police cars there, but only 1 person ever seen, no nothing around. Numerous times between this judge, the prosecuting attorney, and the sheriff's department, particularly during the pretrial hearing of some of this, what I just mentioned, arresting me for going out and getting proof of being harassed. And the evidence that I got was actually them using hate music that includes in there the lyrics, the cops, the system, they're not coming to help you, nobody cares, and it has a vile turn. It's very disgusting. And in the multiple years that they've lived here, they've only 2 times played loud music, that time, and then about a few months later, same sort of kind of behavior. In the video where I'm getting evidence of this happening, I walk about 1.5 blocks from my house, making huge, and you can hear the music. When they realize I'm no longer home, they turn the music off. When I get back home, because mind you, I'm recording this whole thing waiting for the police to show up so I can show them what's going on. And when I walk all the way around the block, I come home, still no cops, the music is down, I can't hear it, and I go sit in my yard, still recording, just sitting there recording myself, and then they start playing the music loud again. So it's very clear that they're targeting me. And I'm the one that gets arrested, goes to jail, and they're trying to make a big thing. So there's months leading up to this court hearing. I developed some new tics that remind me of the Rain Man standing on that porch with Dustin Hoffman and Tom Cruise, and they're knocking on that farmhouse saying, "Can we come in and watch Judge Wapner and Wheel of Fortune because my brother's going to have a meltdown if he doesn't get to watch it, blah, blah, blah." I started getting those tics because of their actions. I've never had that happen before, but the closer I got to that court hearing, the point of this video is I'm sorry, but I'm folding. I'm folding so hard. And all these people in this video participated in that happening to me. You all took an active, purposeful role to do that to me. I want you to know you earn that, and you wear that on yourself and your soul all the rest of the days of your life.